Good morning, children. This is your computer teacher Devdeep sir, and I'm here doing the demonstration of the last topic of Microsoft Excel. And the topics that we'll be discussing here are enlisted below, if you can see. That is additional components of Excel. Okay. After knowing about the additional components of Excel, we'll move to how to change the active cell, how to enter different data in Microsoft Excel, changing the different views, how we can save and open a workbook, closing a workbook, and exiting cell. And as I have mentioned, that all topics will be explained through practical demonstration. So here we are in the worksheet window. What is the worksheet window? We all know that the workbook contains individual sheets called worksheet. हर एक वर्कबुक के अंदर जो इंडिविजुअल शीट्स मौजूद है उसे हम वर्कशीट्स बोलते हैं. ओके. Now each worksheet contains a different group of data that we can store. Now this contains 3 worksheets by default. एक वर्कबुक के अंदर 3 वर्कशीट्स मौजूद है by default. So therefore, each workbook can contain a minimum of 3 worksheets. Apart from that, the row and column heading represents the heading of the rows and the different columns. Okay, the respective row and column headings are given under the row and column heading option. Now, what is a cell? A cell is called the intersection of each column and a row. The point of intersection of a row and a column is called a cell. Now, what is an active cell? Active cell has a cell which is highlighted with a dark border around it. Or, for example, active cell is something that is used to define the currently active cell. Cell reference, I have already explained you that cell reference is the address of the web cell where we can get the exact location of the cell under the reference ID. Name box refers to the cell reference and its particular date. Grid lines is the horizontal and vertical lines जो एक वर्कशीट यानी कि वर्कबुक में मौजूद है. सेल के अंदर रोज एंड कॉलम्स का जो लाइन मौजूद है दैट आर नथिंग बट द ग्रिड लाइंस. माउस पॉइंटर के अलावा आप रिप्रेजेंट नहीं कर सकते हो क्योंकि माउस पॉइंटर ही पॉइंट ऑफ एंट्री या इंसर्शन पॉइंट है सेल के लिए. Scroll bar, there are 2 scroll bars, one on the horizontal end while the other on the vertical end. Split box is present on the right of the sheet tab that is used to split or decrease the view of the sheet. तो अभी हम लोग माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस में चल के हर एक कंपोनेंट को बारीकी से देखते हैं. So for that I am going to the Microsoft Office app. This is the Microsoft Office app I am opening. I'll open a blank worksheet up for you to explain you the different components. Okay. So here we are opening a blank workbook, and as the blank workbook is opening, you all will be able to see the grid lines and everything here. All right. Now, what are grid lines? You can see the rows and columns that are marked with different table boundaries. ठीक है. जो टेबल जैसा व्यू आपको दिख रहा है दैट इज कॉल्ड द ग्रिड लाइंस. ओके. नाउ कैन यू सी व्हेन आई क्लिक ऑन एनी सेल इट इज बिकमिंग डार्क इन कलर. ठीक है. ये जो मैं चेंज कर रहा हूं देखो ये हाईलाइट होके रखा है. दिस इज नथिंग बट द एक्टिव सेल. एन एक्टिव सेल विच इज highlighted by a dark border. The row and column headings are these, that is A, B, C, D, E. These are the row headings. The column headings are 11, 12, 10, you can see, which are numbered. So A to E or so on and so forth are the row headings, whereas 1 to about 1,48,536 there are the row headings. Okay. Now apart from that what is a cell? देखो यहाँ पे सेल का जो वैल्यू है दिस इज C5. Why is it called C5? Because see clearly we are in the column number C, 5th row. So this is called a cell. और जो C5 हम इसका नाम जो बता रहे हैं यानी कि एड्रेस बता रहे हैं that is called the cell reference. A cell reference is a unique ID that we can see here. अच्छा, आप लोग अभी बताइए कि कौन से सेल में है। हम 7th रो में है और बी कॉलम में है, तो सेल रेफरेंस इसका क्या हो जाएगा, B7. ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ वी आर एबल टू गेट द सेल रेफरेंस, रो, कॉलम हेडिंग्स, ओके, ग्रिड लाइंस, ये सब मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, इफ वी गो बिलो द शीट, ओके, नाउ अगर हम शीट को अच्छे से देखें, now each sheet that is present, okay, you can see it is showing sheet 1. So by default there are 3 sheets we can create in Microsoft Excel. Okay, now let us look at the different options. Let us go back to the PDF. चेंजिंग द एक्टिव सेल, मैंने कुछ देर पहले आपको ये दिखाया कि हाउ वी कैन चेंज द एक्टिव सेल. द एक्टिव सेल कैन बी आइदर चेंज बाय प्रेसिंग ऑन द माउस क्लिक्स और बाय द एरो की. So you can see I am changing the active cell from one place to another. I can keep my active cell on the top or right, at the bottom or left, on the right, on the center. Okay, so this is how I can alter and place my active cells. Now entering data, data can be simply typed using the formula bar. एक्सेल में हम कोई भी डेटा स्टोर कर सकते हैं बाय सिंपली टाइपिंग ऑन द फॉर्मूला बार. फॉर एग्जांपल मुझे यहाँ पे टाइप करना है, तो मैं सिंपली फॉर्मूला बार में जाके यहाँ पे मैं 12 लिख दूंगा, तो देखो 12 यहाँ पे आ गया. सपोज आई वांट टू टाइप ओवर हियर, तो जो fx करके जो लिखा हुआ आ रहा है दैट इज द फॉर्मूला बार. आई कैन टाइप एनी वैल्यू, यू कैन इवन टाइप अ टेक्स्ट, ओके, एंड स्टोर इट लाइक दिस. सो टेक्स्ट हो या नंबर हो, हम सब स्टोर कर सकते हैं माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एक्सेल में. Now changing the different views, we can obviously change the different views of Microsoft Excel. 3 व्यू मौजूद है, नॉर्मल व्यू, पेज लेआउट व्यू एंड पेज ब्रेक व्यू. सो नॉर्मल व्यू में वी कैन सी एन एक्सेल शीट इन अ कंटिन्यूअस फॉर्म, जो मैंने कुछ देर पहले आपको दिखाया. In page layout view, you can display the worksheet in form of different pages, and in page break view, we can add or break different pages. Suppose आपको एक extra page add करना है, so you can do that using the page break view. तो इसके बारे में भी देख लेते हैं कि how we can add the page break. For that, you have to go to the view option. व्यू ऑप्शन के आने के बाद अंडर द व्यू ऑप्शन you can see that the default view is the sheet view. Now I can add, this is the page layout view. You can see where the rows are marked in this way. It is coming in bold black. Okay, apart from that, if I want, I can zoom in or zoom out using the page break view. Okay, so these are the different view options that are available. Now please turn to the next page, children. That is page number 105. Under page number 105, you will find that how we can save a workbook. To save a workbook containing different worksheets, you can simply go back you can either click on these two commands, save or save as, to save the worksheet. Now save command will save the worksheet or workbook with the name given by Microsoft Office, whereas save as will allow you to save the worksheet with your own name. You can see I can provide the name to the worksheet and I can provide it using my own name given. Okay. Similarly, I can open, after I have saved, I can open different worksheets also. Well, how can I open a worksheet? For that, I have to go back to the file tab and you can see I had saved the worksheet. Okay, and I can simply open the worksheet from the menu that I have shown. So opening a worksheet is very simple. You have to go to the file tab or the backstage view, which is the menu of the Microsoft Office, and simply open the file from there. यानी कि बैकस्टेज व्यू से आपको फाइल को ओपन करना है. Now we come to the most fundamental part, that is how to exit from Excel. To exit from Excel, you just have to click on the close button to exit simply. So here we have, children, I have completed the chapter. Okay, these were the remaining portions left with practical demonstration. I have explained you how this works. Now I would like all of you to focus on the question answers that have been given. Now, first question, a spreadsheet program organizes data in rows and columns. For that, you have to turn to page number 107. Spreadsheet program organizes data in rows and columns. The answer is Excel. Number 2 question, collection of rows and columns is called a worksheet. Okay, collection of rows and columns is called a worksheet. The intersection of rows and columns is known as a cell. The intersection of rows and columns is known as a cell. So first answer is Excel, second answer is worksheet, third answer is cell. Number of worksheets in a spreadsheet file is 255. Option number 3, 255. The extension of Excel is .xlsx, .xlsx. The cell that has a dark border around it is called active cell. Now fill in the blanks, come to fill in the blanks please. Excel allow you to organize data in rows and columns. Number B, the name box, answer is the name box gives the cell reference of an active cell. The horizontal and vertical lines representing the rows and columns on the worksheet are called grid lines. There are 1,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns in a single worksheet. By default, there are 16,384 columns in Excel worksheet. Children, I have given the question answers here also in the PDF. This PDF will be sent to you in the group. I want all of you to please note down the answers from the PDF, and I hope you have understood the topics that I have studied today. Okay, and hope to catch you in tomorrow for your next class. Thank you.
Morning, sir. Morning, sir.